Hari Om. Welcome back to our continuing study of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha through the pages of Poojya Swamiji's, Poojya Swami Dayananda Saraswati's Geetha Home Study Course. We are together exploring chapter 2 of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha, namely Sankhya Yoga, the topic of knowledge. We are studying Shloka 47 of chapter 2, Karmani eva adhikaraste, a very important verse in which Krishna squarely defines Karma Yoga and the play of Ishvara as the Karma Phala Data as revealed in our Vedas. Gita being an extract from the Vedas is based on the Vedas. Gita too has the authority to talk about Ishvara. At the end of the last capsule, I mentioned that I wanted to dwell a little bit on the acronym RIDE that Swamiji, Swami Paramarthananda, uses to explain the idea of Karma Yoga very succinctly. He says, Swamiji says, ride equals Karma Yoga. Ride equals Karma Yoga. Now, what do the letters RIDE mean in the context of Karma Yoga? Let's look at them. It's worth dwelling on ride. Swamiji says, ride Karma Yoga. Swamiji, by sheer dint of his knowledge of our scriptures and the experience that he brings in of over 4.5 decades of teaching our scriptures, has analyzed our scriptures very deeply. And is able to give us these beautifully encapsulated acronyms. Way back when I was young, I read somewhere that the greatness of a scientist can be determined by the smallness of his formula. The greatness of a scientist can be evidenced, can be determined by the smallness of his formula. Two examples of scientists pop up immediately. Immediately. I think many of you would have felt the same. One of them is Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton, whose second law of motion is expressed as F is equal to m multiplied by a, mass into acceleration. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. F is equal to ma defines the second law of motion. Then there is Albert Einstein, whose E is equal to mc squared, defines the theory of relativity. E is equal to mc squared. So, if we were to, I don't have to use examples to talk about the greatness of Swami Paramarthananda, yet to make the point clear, Swamiji, Swamiji's greatness is in his capacity to precisely encapsulate the teaching, his understanding in the form of such acronyms. Swamiji says, ride is equal to Karma Yoga. Ride Karma Yoga. Now, what do the letters RIDE mean? R stands for reducing adharmic actions, reducing nishiddha karmani, actions that have been prohibited by our shastras. All negative tendencies, all negative actions are to be strictly avoided. Surapanam na pibet. For example, then the letter I stands for increasing dharmic activities. Reducing or avoiding adharmic activities is R. R equal to reduce. Then I stands for increasing dharmic activities. Activities, getting involved in activities that are prescribed by our scriptures. Avoiding activities that are proscribed by our scriptures is R. Increasing those activities that are prescribed by our shastras is I. Then what does D stand for? Dedicating all our activities at the lotus feet of Ishvara. Dedicating all our activities at the lotus feet of Ishvara. All our activities, small or big, no problem. Every second of your wakeful hours, dedicate all your activities unto Ishvara. That is D. And what does E stand for? This dedicating all activities unto Ishvara is called Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. And what does the letter E in ride mean? Experiencing all that we experience as prasada received from Ishvara. Experiencing everything as prasada received from Ishvara. Prasada buddhi, developing a prasada buddhi. Prasada buddhi means prasada bhavana, the attitude. The attitude of dedicating all activities unto Ishvara and receiving and experiencing all that we experience as prasada coming from Ishvara, Ishvara's blessings, with the understanding that Ishvara is infallible. Ishvara can never go wrong. Ishvara is always perfect. Good or bad in our eyes, according to Ishvara, it means that which is right for us at this given juncture, to mold and shape us into better individuals. Yes, difficult, friends. You may easily fall in line with the first three letters, RID. Okay, I'll say to myself, let me try my hand at reducing adharmic activities. Possibility over a period of time. Okay, I'll say give it a tick mark for increasing dharmic activities. Satyam vada, dharmam chara, swadhyaya anma pramadah, matrudevo bhava, pitrudevo bhava, etc. etc. Fine, I'll try. Even that trial is a challenge. Okay, dedicating all activities, if you say to Ishvara, fine. All activities I will dedicate. I will, I have that little Shraddha bird in me that says that something must be right about the scriptures. Let me follow what the scriptures are saying. Okay, I'll fall in line. Like I said earlier, fake it and make it. I'll give the benefit of the doubt to my guru's understanding of the Shastras. Follow his advice. He's asking me to dedicate all my activities to Ishvara. I will. But, but, experiencing all that comes to me as Ishvara Prasada. Ishvara Prasada is the toughest aspect of Karma Yoga. Toughest. There will always be a tendency of why me? Why am I chosen, singled out by Ishvara for facing or receiving this result? After all, I am such a noble and innocent lamb. Well, Ishvara takes into account not only your present karma, but all that is stored in your sanchita. He will only give you the resultant of all that. A body moves because of various forces that are acting on it. But it will move only in the direction of the resultant force. There may be a force that is tugging at it. There may be a force that is tugging in the opposite direction. There's another force that is pushing at it from a different direction, north, south, east, west. But the body eventually moves only in the direction of the resultant force, taking into consideration all these innumerable forces, Ishvara has to finally bestow on us the karma phala. He has a comprehensive understanding. After all, he is Ishvara, he is Bhagavan. He is infallible. This is the toughest aspect of ride, Karma Yoga. Receiving everything as Ishvara's prasada. If we live Karma Yoga effectively, if and when we live Karma Yoga effectively along RIDE, the battle, the journey is almost done. Is almost done. You're well prepared to receive the teaching. If Karma Yoga is done well, Upasana Yoga is a walkover, the walk in the park. Jnana Yoga becomes very easy. You'll start absorbing Jnana Yoga from day one like a sponge. That is how important ride is. Ride is. Swamiji, Swami Paramarthananda very often talks about the Pancha Mahayajnas in the context of Karma Yoga. A fantastic framework that a Grihastha can, should, and must put into action. The Pancha Mahayajnas literally accelerate one's progress on the spiritual path. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. Not even an iota. This is what I wanted to share with all of you. Ride Karma Yoga. The context of Karma Yoga, in the context of this shloka, important shloka, I thought I must bring this up. We will continue the ongoing discussion on this 47th shloka. This is a small deviation that I have taken, but I thought it is an important deviation which I must share with you, the thoughts I must share with you. Hence, I deliberately took a call on wanting to share what Ride Karma Yoga is, as explained by Swamiji. We will pick up the thread of the ongoing discussion on Shloka 47 in the upcoming capsules and take our study forward. Until then, Hari Om. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shantimapnuyad Shanto Muccheta Bandhebhyah Muktaschanyaan Vimochayet Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om